Getting morning sun. Art Sutra. Prajna Paramita. What do people most commonly misunderstand about the message of the Art Sutra? The most common misunderstanding is that almost like people denying life. So everything is empty, is empty, is empty, so what, So you become like not caring about things anymore. And actually what happened is that people don't get into the emptiness, but they got into the void experience. So then in the void experience nothing exists, and there's no space for creation to be. And emptiness is the opposite. Emptiness is empty, but it is full. It's full because that's where everything gets created from. And everything goes back to also. Void is void. There is absolutely nothing, and there's no creation possible in void itself. So most of the time the misunderstanding is like the association between emptiness and void, the confusion that there is between these two aspects. That's why in Dzogchen practices we have the three main type of experience, which is clarity, sensation, and the void, empty, but the void aspect. So if you recognize your true nature within the void, the sensation, and then the clarity, then you will not have this misunderstanding, difference between the void and the emptiness. How are emptiness and compassion related? Just before I mentioned that from emptiness everything arises, okay? Everything is possible. It's like it's a great mother. It is this space where it can contain everything and there's nothing to be contained. Everything is possible. The relation between the compassion and the emptiness is in the sense that if one is into a relative compassion, which is a created compassion, there is no experience of emptiness, because it's like always a creation from the mind, from the emotions, it's a projection, You are creating an experience of compassion, you are pretending that you are having an act of compassion towards either life but this doesn't work, No, actually the compassion can only arise really once you have experienced the emptiness. Because from the emptiness then you recognize your Buddha nature, and Buddha nature has a natural way to express the compassion. You don't have to think about it. The compassion is there. If someone say, "Oh, I am in Buddha nature, in my natural state," but you observe the person in life has no compassion, then it means he's not in the natural state. It's impossible to separate them, because they are bound together with other qualities. So this is how the emptiness is like this infinite spacious space, where everything is possible, and when you resonate with your true nature, but is in some ways this space, same way, you know, this spaciousness, yeah, and that's how, in some ways, the compassion, it's there, you know, by itself. So in some ways, you could say that the true compassion only resided within the emptiness. But the emptiness in the sense of the spaciousness, not in the sense of void. You know, many times we don't differentiate these two words enough. Emptiness with a capital letter, which is like Tao, which is like God. The Buddhists have used the word emptiness. Emptiness connected to the Dharmakaya. But even that, you know, within Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmakaya, there is one state which is the same, and it's the true nature. So, you know, things are a bit complex in the vocabulary like this. So it's easy to get confused. So if I change the words in relation to what I said just before, but I say, okay, you know, if you are not in Buddha nature, you don't have compassion. Because it's not an absolute compassion. It's not a compassion that emanates from you, or you don't have love. The true love is just coming from the presence of who you are. You know, in this presence, love is by itself. It's not a question, oh, I am falling in love, oh, you're suffering, oh, I have compassion for you. This is like, it doesn't bring you anything. It doesn't bring you to immortality or any purification of your being, you know. You're just like protecting yourself from doing wrong actions. So you are pretending you are compassionate, so you're having some attitudes of compassion that are created by concepts and ideas. But this is not compassion. It's just a way to protect yourself to don't fall into other type of actions who could create more negativity. Why, even if we have recognized our Buddha nature and have tested the truth of emptiness, do we still lose the view? Why is it hard for us to rest in the Buddha nature? Very simple, very direct, you know, because it's attachment, conditioning. Anything that take us out, you know, but we go grasp. Conditioning is like, oh, you see that, then it creates another waves of thought and memories and attachment, and you condition, and then you fall into this pattern of seeing things and reacting to it. So then you go out to your Buddha nature, you know. But if you are in the Buddha nature, then you are there, and then something comes to you, you don't get into the thing come to you. You remain in your Buddha nature, in this radiance, and then what comes get dissolved and purified by itself. It is difficult for people to stay in Buddha nature because too much conditioning, like I say, attachment, that's all. Remember in the Sutra we say the 5 elements. 5 senses. So we are slave of the 5 senses. Instead of being slave of the 5 senses, let these senses be at your service. If they are at your service, then you know, you are not looking for anything. When you need, you use, you listen, you see, you test, and everything, you know, you touch, you feel. That's it. It is at your service. But then, if you see, then you associate ideas and thought and from the past, and you get lost in this, or you feel, oh, it's so nice, I want more. Then it's different. When you get out. La, la, la. Can people get stuck in phony non-dualism? Everything is empty nihilism. How do we ourselves not fall into this trap? Yeah, this I mentioned by reading and commenting a little bit on the Art Sutra just before. Negation by itself is a duality. Yeah. There's nothing to deny. There's nothing to reject. In the same way, but there's nothing to grasp. You know, there's nothing to be. There's nothing. One sense or the other, good or bad. If you are in this nihilism way, you are in duality. Because the natural state, the God or the pure being that you are, in this immortal being that you are, is beyond all this and is all this. So all type of experiences are there, and it doesn't and acting into your being or your space. But one thing only remains, no change. It is the state of your Buddha nature, natural state, God within, Tao. This doesn't change. It's always the same in whatever you do. So it is in the dark, it is in the light, it is in the grasping, it is in the rejecting. Wow, and that's what you have to recognize. You know? And that's how a lot of time the teaching gets misunderstood. You know, people are becoming sensitive. They have no emotion because they think, oh, if I have emotion, it's not good, especially men. You know, and then they got into this nihilism. You know, this is like off track totally.